All right, look, so we're going to play a little game this time. I'm going to say a quote. You're going to tell me after the beep who said it.
Okay.
Imitation is obviously a great form of flattery.
Mike Tyson.
That's your final guess?
Yeah.
Wrong. David, I'm going to give you the same guess. Did you hear it? You want me to say it again?
Say it one more time for me.
Imitation is obviously a great form of flattery.
Do I get a hint?
I've heard that before.
I've heard it before, too.
You want a hint?
Yeah.
He gets a hint, I get a hint.
Oh, you don't get another guess.
Get another guess.
You do this every time I ask you to
guess.
guess something. You can't just like.
You
can't just guess
world.
for fun.
You do got to ask for the hints right away, though.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, but like, is it true or false?
So David gets
3 truths and a lie.
David gets a guess, and then he gets a hinted guess.
Bro, what is? It's okay if you lost already.
No.
You shot first. Look, all right. I'm gonna give you a guess, and I'm not gonna give Petey a chance.
I'm just gonna say it anyway.
It is a. Let's see. I don't.
It's
a football player. Put it like that. It's a football player.
Tom Brady.
Final guess.
Is a football player active?
I'm not. I didn't give you another hint. It's your final guess. These people don't know how to guess. It's not 20 questions, bro. Let's see.
Man. Whatever. Final guess, dude.
Incorrect.
Sure, I know.
Peyton Manning.
I was close.
I was gonna say that.
A quarterback.
Hey, you were not. You
gonna
said
say
Mike
that.
Tyson. You weren't
Oh,
even close.
I didn't get a hit.
Okay.
I didn't get a hint.
Well, right then and there, I'll just say it. We're already here. Hello, everybody, and welcome officially to Cody's Corner. Cody's week-by-week hot takes on who's going to get the W and every sport that you're thinking about. I'm sat by side by the one and only Petey.
Yep.
Got my man in the chair ready to hit us with the facts. Got David.
What's going on?
Yo, we're here today, man. Speaking of Mike Tyson, it's interesting that you brought him up as your guest.
He's been in my mind.
Because I got a little something on my mind about Mike Tyson, if you don't mind. You like that one. I got the official rules for the Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
Thank you.
So we got 16-ounce gloves instead of 10-ounce gloves. You got 2-minute rounds instead of 3. No official judges to score the fight. No winner unless via knockout. Each fighter must pass an EEG and an EKG. What do you think about that? I think that is going to encourage one of them to try and knock the other out. Send one of them to the floor.
I don't see Tyson getting knocked out.
Exactly. But, yo, Jake Paul has been talking a lot of smack about Mike Tyson on social media, bro. Like, he's trying to... He's been, like, poking the bear way too often.
This bear might poke back.
He might eat the stick.
This is like... It's an older, aging bear, and you're like, this bear don't got anything left.
Wait, what?
What?
No, never mind. No Diddy.
No Diddy. Look, no Diddy, bro.
Whoa.
Eat the stick. That's what he's asking about. Eat the stick.
Continue.
Because I said poke the bear.
Yeah.
You poke the bear with a stick.
Okay.
That's what I meant. That's all. Look, this is a family show, David.
You're right.
He's over there like, huh? That was like that. You ever heard that one Future song? It only feel good when I taste dick. It was like, whoa, hey, whoa. You never heard that before?
No.
What?
That is a bar.
Am I allowed to play that on the show?
That's
if
a
I
bar?
play it?
No, because
Probably not, right?
That's a low life, right?
Oh my god, I can't. Yo, you guys are gonna hear this afterwards. No, is it Low Life? No.
Yeah, low life.
No, it's on.
Really? Low life.
Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It's a. Man, don't dance, but you make moves. You know what I'm talking about?
For the low life. That's low life.
It's another Future Weekend song, but it's not Low Life.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna play it, but I'll say it really quick for the people. They could do their own research and hear it for themselves.
You saw that,
That is definitely
Metro
low
Boomin.
life.
Coming out strong.
Coming out strong.
Still coming out strong.
Yes.
Still coming out. You were close though.
Yeah.
Big Weekend fan. I don't know. The people don't know that.
Did you see that Metro Boomin basically hinted that there's a lot more music coming with The Weeknd?
Nah, I did not see that.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Well, I mean, they've already got a whole bunch of songs together, but
Oh no, yeah.
I guess it has more relevance because of this whole like beef that's going on between Future Metro and
Metro.
And Drake.
and all that stuff like that. Drake. So
I don't know, man. I think Kendrick is just doing too much, but that's neither here nor there.
I think the same thing though. I mean,
you think the same thing as what? You think the same thing as like Kendrick is better than both of them?
nah. To be honest with you, I think that if there's anybody that I really want, and this isn't me like protecting Drake or anything like that, but
Right.
I feel like the person that really would come out and just slaughter Kendrick is J. Cole, man.
I'm gonna say this. I think that J. Cole tells better stories than Kendrick.
I don't know about that.
I think he does.
I don't
bro.
think so.
J. Cole,
Not better than Kendrick.
you're out of your mind. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You're
one
out of
either.
your mind. What?
Better, no. I'm saying I agree
He
with
tells
you. Like,
better
he tells
stories
better stories. Yeah.
than Kendrick.
Kendrick is very like cryptic in the way he raps and stuff like that.
It's more coded.
his latest album.
We're gonna have to listen to more Kendrick verses after this show.
Why? Well, I also am not the biggest fan of like To Pimp a Butterfly compared to other people, because some people swear by To Pimp a Butterfly. But if we're-
they're great albums. All of his albums are great, but so are all the J. Cole's and so are all the Drake's. So, I mean, I don't know. The whole beef thing is just crazy because it seems like a what's the word I'm looking for?
like a jab,
like a stretch maybe, like he I don't know,
like Kendrick is stretching it. Like there's no reason for him to be coming at the top like that. He's not top 3.
like you've had how many years?
He's not top me.
You've had how many years to say something? You know what I mean? Like how many years has it been where we've been like, oh, Drake or Kendrick or Drake or whoever, Kendrick, J. Cole, whatever the case may be. And now while they're on tour and essentially kind of bigged you up on the song, no? He said that there's only 3 of us. He put you in it.
Yeah, I guess.
That upset you?
Like, nah, he came at him though.
At the end of the day, these are just grown men
True.
pressed on a microphone.
I mean, at the end of the day,
Like we are.
Complaining.
Like we are.
say that. You can say that about any like profession though, especially any profession that's displayed by the media, including like athletes.
See, but athletes, you got to see them play it out.
But you get what I'm saying. But that's the same thing
You
with,
talk
with
smack before
artists.
a fight,
You
but
get
they're
to-
not gonna.
There's
there's
competition
there's
in
no
rap,
end,
though.
There's no end to it.
There's
No
competition
They've
in
done
rap
like
though.
verses, like
Listen.
verses and
Yeah.
that, and they
Where
play,
there's
like, hit by
competition,
hit.
But that's
listen.
not gonna- that's not
where
gonna
there's
happen
competition, where there's competition, there's a winner and there's a loser, and there is competition in rap.
Facts, 100%.
So
I
It's just
agree.
whoever has the better verse.
pretty
Not-
much.
Well, there's people that like rap disses at each other. Like, all right, your turn.
Yeah. But
What do you got now? Like, I mean, not for nothing. We brought up Drake. The whole Drake Meek Mill thing. Like, they were making songs at each other.
And now they're friends.
That's competition, but it's friendly competition. It's not like they really hate each other.
Yeah.
The same way like athletes don't really hate each other. You know what I mean? Like, I'll swear up and down, yo, Tom Brady's the best quarterback of all time, but I'm not gonna
They're gonna shake his hand.
like. I mean, David might disagree with me, right? But people even said, "Oh, what if he wanted to be a Jet?" Nah, get out of here, bro.
Well, now they're on
And
topic
it's
of
just
Tom
because
Brady.
like it's not because it's not a real hatred for Tom Brady, but it's friendly competition. Like, yo, I'm not gonna let you cross that line.
I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Well, now that we're
I
talking
can
about,
understand that.
talking about Brady, let's get back to football.
True that. You know, sometimes you gotta just let the sports be sports, and you gotta just let the convo be the convo.
Combo be the combo.
Speaking of a convo, and since we're on the note of rapping and saying things really fast, we're doing the wide receiver free agent review today. So I got a list here, you know, of all the free agent wide receiver signings, and I'm gonna try and do this really quick one more time.
This one's gonna be tougher.
I'm gonna crack
This
my
is gonna be,
knuckles. Hold on.
it's gonna be a lot harder.
A lot harder. There's a longer list, and they all have longer names.
And some of these names I know you can't pronounce.
No. What do you mean? Wait, let me look really quick. Let me. Okay. You know, I'm not gonna look. I'm not gonna look. Ready? These are all the ones that got signed. Ready? T. Higgins, Bengals, Michael Pittman, Colts, Mike Evans, Bucks, Marquise Brown, Chiefs, Calvin Ridley, Titans, Darnell Mooney, Falcons, Gabe Davis, Jaguars, Curtis Samuel, Bills, Kendrick Bourne, Patriots, Nick Westbrook, Titans, KJ Osborne, Patriots, Noah Brown, Texans, Cedric Wilson, Saints, Braxton Berrios, Dolphins, People Jones, Lions, Mac Hollins, Bills, Duver-Niyay, Jaguars. Why are you scrolling my screen for?
helping
I was
you.
on a flow.
Duver-Niyay.
Is that what I said? How you say that? Duvernay?
Duvernay.
He's French now. Duver-Niyay. All right, ready? Back at Duver-Niyay. How do you say it for real?
Duvernay.
Duvernay. Devin Duvernay. Jaguars, Paris Campbell, Eagles, Isaiah McKenzie, Giants, Deontay Johnson, Panthers, Ray McLeod, Falcons, Trent Sherfield, Vikings, Josh Reynolds, Broncos. The second half was sloppy. Anything post Duver-Niyay was not my best work.
Duvernay.
But it's all right. We're
He's
here.
adding like 3 syllables to his name.
Do I even need to say the do not songs?
Yeah, do it real quick.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Odo Beckham, Tyler Boyd, DJ Shark, Michael Thomas, Quez Wilkins, Brian Pringle, Chase Claypool. No, hold on. Time out. I'm not lying to you. His last name is Pringle?
Yeah, you never heard of Pringle? He was a chief.
He was a chief?
Pretty sure he was a chief. He was a Brown.
I've heard that he's been known to keep it a stack.
I heard he's not a good locker room presence. He brings a lot of sour cream. And
I'm not gonna even follow that one up. We're just gonna leave it right there. Right there.
Salt and vinegar. Just laugh at chip flavors for 5 minutes. No, but look, honestly, thanks for watching. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. When you did that the first time, I think that was like one of the funniest things I've heard on the show in a while.
All right, thanks for watching Cody's Corner.
And on that note, all right, so let's get into it, man. We all know that the first on the list was T. Higgins. He got franchise tagged by the Bengals, but he requested a trade. So even though he's number 1 on the list because he's the best out of these free agent receivers, I don't know how confident I am on him actually staying on the team. That's kind of whatever to me. I could see him going anywhere else. So the franchise tag gave him 1 year, $21.8 million. I think that's what he deserves. If he got a real contract somewhere, like a 3-year, I could see it being around like 50, 60 mil. So it adds up.
Yeah, I mean, again, I won't be surprised if he gets traded. I don't know where at this point. I feel like they're waiting a little bit too long now.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, even though he got franchise tagged, like a lot of, as we just saw in this long ass list, a lot of players have made moves to get to where they need to be for teams that need receivers. So it's kind of narrowing down at this point. Honestly,
I think there's a good chance he stays.
There's a good chance he stays. However, what have we been talking about these last 2 episodes? There's been one team that really hasn't made any moves, and they probably could use a receiver. The Cowboys. The Cowboys got CD. That's no mystery. I'm not saying anyone's going to fly to be number 1. But a solid number 2, T. Higgins.
They haven't done
They
much.
haven't. Yo.
Not a thing.
Nathan. Nada. Zilch. Zip.
You heard they came out and said they're not going to extend Dak.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. But honestly, I'm not surprised by that either. If they had extended Dak, they should have extended Tony Romo. So.
All right, so here.
Be for real.
Let's think about it this way. You're not extending Dak. So he's got 1 year left on his contract?
Yo.
So this is it. This is your year.
This is your prove it year.
Why not trade for T. Higgins? He's on a 1 year. Play to win it all this year. If that doesn't work out,
Rebuild.
But
then that kind of puts them in the same position as Justin Jefferson now.
I think they're going to be in a worse position because they're going to have no quarterback. At least in the Vikings, you have a great tight end. You have a good running back now.
Right.
They don't have a good running back in Dallas.
No.
They don't have a number 2 receiver.
Well, no, the Cowboys didn't sign another running back once they lost Pollard.
Well, they haven't had a good running back for a while, so.
I mean, I'm saying
Have they made a move?
Pollard did have his good years. Last year was not one of them, but he, like we said, like before, when he was fighting for ownership with
When it was when it was the tandem, it was good.
Yeah, when it was that, yeah, exactly. When it was 2, I mean, that was maybe what, like 3 years ago, something like that. 2 years ago.
2.
So
The Cowboys they signed Rico Dowdle.
who? Huh?
Dowdle.
Hold on, you gotta zoom in with David's big ass mouse. Hold up.
I'm pretty sure
You're covering the number with the mouse.
he played on the Cowboys last year.
The entire number is covered by
Or-
the mouse.
Was it?
It's hiding.
Yeah.
It's in the shadow right now.
All right.
Let me see, bro.
He's played on the Cowboys last 3 years.
Okay, so they
He's
re-signed
just like
him.
he's just the backup.
So they didn't make a move. They just
No.
kept him.
So they're not in the same situation as
So
Justin
maybe
Jefferson.
they need T. Higgins. If they're going to start a
I
rebuild,
think-
at least you start with 2 receivers instead of 1.
Well, T. Higgins is going to be gone after this year. He's not going to be part of your rebuild.
Now, it depends on how much of a contract
They're not going to offer him a contract next year. You're not going to sign T. Higgins if you don't have a quarterback. I don't think. I don't think you sign a good number 2 if you don't have a QB.
All right, well, speaking of a team that has a QB, let's jump into the number 2 on this list. You got Michael Pittman re-signing with the Colts, 3 years, $70 million.
It's a great signing.
He deserved it.
Hey, bald.
I'm not going to lie to you. I've watched a lot of football in my day, okay? I haven't seen someone run routes this clean in a while.
Since
Aside from, like, Tyreek Hill
Cooper
or, like,
Kupp.
you know, the greats. Exactly. Like, you know, I think Michael Pittman is really quick off the line.
He knows how to get open.
Yeah, he knows how to get open.
He can catch a ball.
He goes for a lot after the catch. He's not one of those
Yeah.
like deep ball and fall. Like he's making moves. So I think that was a great move, especially with Anthony Richardson coming back. All the hype behind Anthony Richardson is. I hope he turns out to be something. It seems like they're really excited about him in the franchise
Yeah, man.
overall.
The Colts are a fun team to watch. They are. You know, I had Pittman on my fantasy team,
Right.
so I tuned into a lot of Colts games.
Oh, I know you had Pittman on your fantasy team.
Minshew Mania was fun. It was just a good team.
I
to,
handed
like,
him over.
Watch. Oh, that's right.
I'm telling you. But come on,
I got
bro.
him from your team.
I'm telling you.
I think.
Question though, fellas, is it smart for the Colts to have so much faith in Anthony Richardson though?
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna sound like a broken radio. I'll never trust a rookie quarterback.
sophomore now.
But he only really played like a couple
But
games
he was
last
playing
year.
pretty well in those few
So
games.
this basically would be like his first healthy year.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like I'm gonna give it like a Zion Williamson kind of ish feel. You know, for hurt the first couple years and he might explode like year 3, something like that. It's looking like, from what I did see and what I've seen like in film from his training and his rehab and all that, he gives me like Cam Newton energy.
Cam Newton. Okay, like
You
in his
know?
prime.
Like a big body quarterback that's a little athletic, but he could still air it out if he needed to. You know, someone that could do something with his legs. It's interesting to me. So
They also have Joe Flacco back there.
yeah,
They signed
good
him as a
veteran
backup.
presence behind
Is he
him.
though? Did you see what he said? I sent it to you guys. I don't know if you saw it.
No, tell me.
They interviewed him and they're like, because I remember I brought this up to be I thought he would be a good fit in Houston
Yes,
to be behind Stroud and kind of help him out.
right. Similar situation.
Yeah. And I think they interviewed him, and he said something along. I don't want to I don't remember. It's not fresh in my mind, but it was along the lines of, I don't want to sign to be somebody who just like helps a QB learn. I'm playing.
All right, well that's good.
I'm gonna look up his exact quote.
If I'm being honest with you, yeah, okay, he says that. Whatever, fine. That is a good level of quarterback competition in training that is only gonna make Anthony Richardson better, like iron sharpens iron type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't want a quarterback that's older to be complacent anyway, because God forbid, let's say he felt like that. Oh, let's say Joe Flacco was like, okay, I'm excited about being here, whatever. But I know that, it's his team. Kind of like how Drew Lock was like, oh, I know this is Daniel Jones' team.
Yeah.
If Joe Flacco came out with that energy, then God forbid, Anthony Richardson gets hurt again, then it seems like Joe Flacco's unprepared.
Okay, so here's the exact quote. Joe Flacco was asked about his status of being a backup. He said,
Right.
"I'm not a mentor. I really don't think that's the job of a backup quarterback. I think that happens naturally as you become part of the team. And like I said, you're not in that room."
I think that's true, though. It's not your main purpose, but it happens when you're an older person
But you
talking
don't-
to a younger person in your same shoes.
You don't think
That's how David be talking to us on the show. He's like 55.
I don't want to say that's their job, but you don't think that's kind of looked at as like, hey, we expect you as a veteran backup quarterback for that to be your kind of like role and help out the team?
I would say it's not your role, but it's part of the job description. You know what I mean? Like, it's not your purpose for being there. your purpose is to be there to back up the quarterback, you know?
Yeah.
If the quarterback gets hurt, you're good to go. There's no worry there.
Yes, but you go get a veteran quarterback
Because they'd be prepared for that moment.
for the mentorship, though, too.
I mean, there's
You don't just get a veteran quarterback and don't expect him to mentor the young guy.
It's not that you don't expect it. You know it's going to happen, but it's not like, hey, you're here to do this. It's like, hey, you're here to be good if we need you.
Do you know what's going to happen? Because Joe Flacco doesn't seem like he knows.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like he's that interested. He doesn't think it's his job.
Well,
at
you
all.
know what? If he didn't think it was his job, then he wouldn't have had the success that he had in Cleveland. I think that this is just talk. He knows what it is,
I don't
but
know,
that's not what
Cleveland,
he's here for.
He was just sitting
He's
at
still
the couch.
gonna do it. Like I'm sure he's not gonna be
But
in
is he
there
gonna?
like.
But is he gonna enjoy doing it? Is he gonna wanna help, AR and really have him make him blossom as a quarterback, be there as that guy that one day Anthony Richardson's gonna be like, hey, Joe Flacco throughout that year really taught me so much.
Well,
And they gave Joe Flacco, what, a 3-year deal?
1 year.
1 year.
Oh, it was 1 year. Okay.
1 year. Yeah, he's at that age. I don't think anyone's gonna ever give him
No,
more
okay,
than a
yeah.
1 year. But what I do want to emphasize is, I guess that really defines what kind of player you are at what point in your career, because when you're really thinking about what this field of work is, right? You're working to make 1 year at a time. If you're Joe Flacco, millions of dollars, right? He's at the end of his career. He knows he's gonna retire. So is Joe Flacco looking at it as what he's gonna give back to the game that gave him a career his whole adult life, or is he gonna look at it as, hey, I only got a couple more years here. I gotta get my deals in before I'm out.
Yeah, but don't you think being somebody, if you don't like to be that person, I guess you can't force somebody to be. But as a veteran in any sport, if you are a good vet and you help the young players, that's just going to keep you in the sport longer.
Very
Just that.
true. Very true.
Think about that in so many different sports. On the Heat, that's a good example, huh, David?
Udonis has him.
How
Oh
long,
my
how long
God,
has he
bro.
been in the league?
I mean, he's retired now, but he was in it for they were.
For like 6 more years than he should have been.
Yo, yeah, there were like 6 years that he didn't touch the floor.
All those
Like,
years that Vince Carter was on the Hawks.
If you just have a good vet
You know?
and you're just a good mentor to the young kids, they're going to keep you there.
Yeah, I mean, not that I agree with you
And
that
that'll extend your career.
that's a reason why people would want to keep you around. If you're not as athletically capable anymore, they're
Yeah.
going to go to you for advice. They're going to go to you for experience. They're going to go to you for, resolution control. Oh my God, I'm in this situation. I've never done this before. What do I do? And he'd be like, all right, relax. You could this, and that. But I guess I also don't blame someone for wanting to be on the field. Because at this point in time, you got to look and think, okay, I'm only going to get so more chances to play this game that I love because I know I'm retiring soon. If I can get any grass time, I'm taking it.
All right.
There's different sides to every story, you know what I mean?
And on that, Michael Pittman has been a
Whoa,
great...
yo, P, this is a family show.
Come on, man.
First, David with the stick. Yo, this is
No, you with David.
No, you.
No, it was you that said it, guy.
You know what? I'm going to let that slide. I see you're trying to lower the desk a little bit mid-conversation. You didn't have to flex like that. It's fine. We're going to go right into... Speaking of Michael Pittman, you were about to say, I didn't want to ruin your segue.
That's all right. We'll talk about the different Mike. Mike
Ooh,
Evans.
Next Mike. Oh my God. Re-signed with the Buccaneers, 2-year, $41 million. Well-deserved, obviously. Mr. Consistent, as they talked about. Over 1,000 receiving yards for 10 years in a row. Not surprised that a franchise says, hey, maybe we can get another 2,000 years out of this, 1,000 yards out of this guy. What do you think? Is it worth 41 mil?
I think he is. And that's just another guy that's also just a great veteran presence in that locker room,
Given that, he is also kind of old. Do you think
He still gets open, though.
Yeah, he still gets open. He's 30.
Yeah. You have him until he's 32.
Yeah, that's good.
That's fine.
He's still
They
on
didn't-
his number.
They didn't oversign him or anything.
Yeah, that's good.
I think him and Baker are super close.
Are they?
Yeah. I saw Baker come out and he was very excited one day. They were both able to lock in their contracts and stay.
Yeah, well, I'm sure at that point of their career, like, You know, Baker was playing at an all-time high. Mike Evans hasn't come down since he started. So he's like, hey, you know, I would love the guy too if he was that nice. You know what I mean? Yo, me and this, we're boys, man. Yo,
This guy helped save my career.
yeah, it's like, hey, you just got me 4-year $100 million. Yo, that's my fucking boy.
That's my dude right
This
there.
is my dog. Like, that's the same way any receiver probably talks about C.J. Stroud on the Texans. Hey, that's my guy. No, that's my guy. Nico Collins like, wait, no, that's my guy.
Oh, that's a good move. Like Mike,
Of course,
we've seen so much of Mike Evans already.
you gotta hold that down as long as you could.
You know what he's gonna do.
Facts.
He's done it every year. Fantasy wise, you know exactly what he's gonna do. As long as he's on the field, he's gonna give you those points. He's gonna be a receiver one, and he's just reliable. You know.
So, since we're talking about veterans, right? This is his now going into his 11th year, and he has a 2-year contract, so he'll be playing for 13 years, right? Does that same rule apply for veterans as mentors in the receiver room?
Yeah, of course. Big time, especially in there's so many more receivers, typically on a roster than quarterbacks.
Yeah, for sure.
And on that team you got who? You have him, Godwin. Who's their third?
To be honest, the rest are nobodies, but there's not really he is the veteran presence.
Yeah.
And he's still the one getting the most paid. What that tells me is they want to lock this guy down as long as they could, because
He is.
once he's out,
He's the face of that team.
he's the face.
He's the face of that team. You don't want to
Is
lose
he,
the face.
though?
He is.
He's the best player on the team.
He's the face. He's that team's guy. That's your guy.
Not your boy Atong.
Definitely not. When you think Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you think Mike Evans.
I think Atong, and I hear the gong in my head. I'm
Sound
just
the
sitting and
gong.
like I'm just like sitting listening, and all I hear is like boom.
Boom.
But talking about someone, I want to talk about my boy. This is my boy. This is who I wanted to talk about. Marquise Brown.
Hollywood
signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, 1 year, $7 million.
That's a good move.
A great move.
That's a good move.
But honestly, any move that the Chiefs could have made was a great move, because anybody was better than Kadarius Toney.
You said
like-
you were better than Kadarius Toney at some point.
Hey, man. Listen, that is neither here nor there. We're not here to hate on someone else. We're here to celebrate Marquise Brown.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the list and I just saw how much Ridley got paid. But let's just go on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, right.
Well, look.
Wow.
If
Can you
wanna-
believe that Calvin really got all that money and then they didn't re-sign A.J. Brown for around the same contract?
Yeah, I believe that.
And the Titans always make some interesting moves.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry. Continue.
I think the Titans had way too much faith in Ryan Tannehill at that time, and they had A.J. Brown, and then they also had what's his name? He's on the Jets now. What's his name, dude? The guy that stepped away from the Jets.
Oh, Corey Davis.
Right? They had them two going crazy, and they figured, oh my God, Ryan Tannehill's really so good. So then they got rid of both of them, and they realized their mistakes. So here they are. Look, we'll jump over Marquise Brown.
No, we don't have to jump.
No, we're already here though.
No,
No,
let's
let's talk about Marquise.
That ain't a problem. Yo,
I don't wanna skip
I'm
it.
sure that more than enough people give light time to the Chiefs.
No, but we gotta say this. The Chiefs won a chip with nobody at the receiver role.
Right. So
Yeah.
now that they have one,
They have somebody. All right. This isn't the. I wanted them to go after a T. Higgins type name.
right.
Calvin Ridley.
They
was
went
just
for the other
unrealistic.
short king.
They
But-
did exactly what their
They should have done.
the way they like to play. Hollywood Brown fits exactly what they want.
Yeah.
The next little Tyreek on there.
You know what I mean?
I think something they should do. Go out and get Tyler Boyd.
You got another one?
Yeah. But who do they have? They just have
The truth is, they don't really have a lot of like cap room to play with year by year because they paid Pat, and they like
Yeah.
have kind of been living off that for a little while, which is why like he's always taken care of, but then everybody else is like a question mark besides Travis. But needless to say, for $7 million, great pickup. You know, I think that the Chiefs, like David said, they love their little small players. You know, they had Tyreek, and then they had Edwards-Helaire. You know, Marquise Brown is kind of in that same category. You know, small guy but shifty enough to make one of Andy Reid's plays happen. Good deal.
I'm just saying, don't stop now. Offer a very low contract to Boyd or Odell. You have Rashee Rice, Hollywood
Oh.
Brown, and then one of them two.
Would you want to
That's
see Odell in a Chiefs uniform though?
I wouldn't mind it. I've seen him in so many other uniforms at this point. Why not?
Yeah, I get you. Well, now I want to talk about Mr. Moneymaker over here. We're not talking Baker Mayfield. You got Calvin Ridley signed for 4-year, $92 million. Now,
Wow.
needless to say, he came from a team that, in my opinion, had a fantastic quarterback at Trevor Lawrence. Right?
Mhm.
That's no mystery. Everybody knows. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence took a couple years to come really like form into himself, but that last year, I think he went ballistic up until he got injured. So you're gonna make any receiver look good. Does that mean I think Calvin Ridley's not good? Nah, he's a good receiver.
He's a great receiver.
And there's no mystery as to why he got 92 mil.
He also a little bit. He didn't have a great year last year.
It kind of seems like
Injury prone?
A little bit.
a little bit,
A little bit.
A little bit.
a little bit, but talented nonetheless.
Yeah.
There's
But a
one,
little bit inconsistent.
but not like, but he's talented enough to be worth. I don't want to say be worth the injury issues, right? Because anyway, we've always talked about it. The best ability is availability.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Calvin Ridley, I feel like he's so good when he's active that a team. I understand why a team would excuse that, because if he could figure out his health issues, he'd go crazy.
So higher ceiling than he has a lower floor, in a sense.
Yeah, correct.
I think
high ceiling, low floor.
I think I don't want to compare, but a very
that.
similar situation to T. Higgins.
I was thinking Saquon.
Well, that's a different position.
It's a different position, but same story.
No, I think Saquon's
but
above what
injury
Ridley
prone, but he's good enough that even though he's had a lot
Yeah,
of
that's why-
injuries,
that's why I said
a team
T.
is willing to
Higgins.
make that move on him because he's worth it at his skill level. I'm not gonna say that Saquon. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to say that Calvin Ridley is at the same caliber of receiver as Saquon is at running back. That's not what I'm saying either. But as far as like skill can overbear some of the reasons that you're off the field the rest of the season, I don't know.
Well, he's
It
getting.
looks like the Titans are making hella moves.
I don't think they're going anywhere soon.
I don't know.
In the near future, I don't know. I'm not sold on Levis.
Yeah, I'm not sold on Levis either.
Him and D Hop just have this toxic relationship that just doesn't seem to be working.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Since you believe in the Colts, I want to ask you this.
I'd pick the Colts over the Titans.
But listen to me. Look, this is what I want to say. Let's say, hypothetically, you don't know what Anthony Richardson was going to do if he wasn't injured, right?
Mhm.
He could have had a bum season, realistically. We would have never saw Minshew Mania. They might have never got that close to the playoffs. Hypothetically, he could have had a bum season like Will Levis. Would you rather a player that was injured for his first year come back and hope and pray that he's nice? Or would you rather a rookie quarterback that had a bad year, but he can learn from it now?
I'm still going to take Richardson.
Because, like you said, they're both sophomore year.
I understand what you're trying to say, but I'm still going to take Richardson just because of the
Just because you haven't seen
talent-
him be ass.
the talent, and I've seen him be good. You know? I saw him in at least a game.
Okay.
I liked what I saw.
I'm sure Will Levis had a good game, too.
He had a good game here and there.
So you saw both of them be nice
Yeah.
one time,
but I don't know.
but one had more grass time.
And I also just like the Colts as a team more than the Titans.
I agree. Of course, they have Anthony Richardson and
You have Pittman.
Pittman. You
You
know,
have Jonathan Taylor.
stacked.
It's a good team.
It is a good team, but
Titans are all
on
right.
paper, they're probably even right now.
I would take the Colts over them, though. I don't think they're far apart.
I'll put it to you like this:
I don't think they're far apart.
since we like to talk ratings on this show, right? Obviously, Will Levis had a bad year, so his rating is low.
I was gonna give you a team overall rating.
Oh,
Like
what
a
would you
Madden
give
style.
both teams
I'd give the Colts a 70.
overall?
A 70.
79.
70. I was thinking 77, 76. Titans are like a 72, 73.
No, they're not that low. You're
I
out of
think
your
they're
mind.
that low.
I think you're out of your mind, bro.
Look at that low.
I don't know, man. Yo, David, is there any chance you could pull up the Titans starting roster right now?
Sure.
I would love to talk about that in a little bit. But honestly, good for him. Got paid. That's all you could ask for, longevity,
The
some money.
Titans were 74 in Madden last year.
Interesting.
So if Ridley, 75. Well, you lost Derrick Henry, so I'm gonna keep him at a 74.
You got Pollard though.
So I'm gonna keep him at a 73. There are
He's at
60,
65 now.
There are 54.
Oh man, nah.
But they got Pollard now.
I was trying. This is the other thing though.
Who do you want to know?
I want to know their receivers, their running backs, and their quarterbacks.
Mason Rudolph, Will Levis,
But they probably
Will Levis, and Malik Willis, which I think Malik Willis might be the best one out of all three
Malik
of them.
Willis isn't bad.
But what else do you want to know?
I want to see their receivers right now.
Receivers.
D-Hop,
D-Hop, Calvin Ridley.
Okay.
Veteran
quarterback presence.
Colton Dowell, Trayshawn Harrison, Mason Kinsey, and Nick Westbrook. Yep. Inkney. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's their receiver.
So they have D-Hop and Ridley.
Yeah, basically.
Got
But D-Hop is nothing to play around with if they can figure out a quarterback.
Levis-
Tight end Chigozim Okonkwo.
Okonkwo.
He's all right. He's all right.
You know, can we just clap it up? Not the first, but the second butchered last name in the show today. You love a good butchered last name. And then running backs, if you could.
Running backs.
Give me like
sure.
I nailed
Tony
it.
Pollard, Tajay Spears, and Hassan Haskins.
They got Tajay Spears,
I
though.
like
That's
Tajay
your
Spears.
boy.
I do like him.
Come on, bro.
I'm just saying I nailed it. On
Okay,
Madden, the
but-
Colts are 77, and the Titans are 74.
There you
You
are.
said 72.
Because Pollard's there.
Oh, okay, just because. That's them with Pollard on it. What do you mean?
No, this is last year's game.
Well, we're talking about the future, not the past.
That's why I'm taking off a
All
point. I'm taking off a
well,
point.
if I'm actually calculating off last year's statistics, let's be for real.
Lost Derrick
Petey.
Henry. You got Pollard.
Well, realistically, their biggest problem is their line. So if they can figure that out,
So here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
If Pollard couldn't do it with a great line on the Cowboys,
that's the thing. Dallas had a
what do you think he's going to
fantastic
do in
line.
Tennessee?
Maybe he's gonna have to work a little harder because he knows his line is ass. Do you think that like players probably do get comfortable if you know, oh, okay, my line is nice. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I don't have to,
Yeah, you know.
be as shifty. Maybe I don't have to like expect it to collapse, or I can rely on them a little more. So let me chill, but you get what I'm saying, right? Like,
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
leave
He's gonna
a
have
little
to,
leeway.
He's gonna get hit a lot more. He's gonna have to work harder.
All right. Well, speaking of someone that's probably gonna have to work a lot harder,
Nah, it might be a little easier for him over here.
Darnell Mooney signed with the Atlanta Falcons, 3 years, $39 million.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins throwing to him
Got
now.
Kirk, bro.
Darnell Mooney, we know Darnell
Kirko.
Mooney. Darnell Mooney
It's
is
better than Justin Fields.
No, Darnell Mooney
Huh?
is. Oh, I heard Justin Jefferson for some
No,
reason.
Justin Fields. Sorry. Go ahead.
Darnell Mooney is when you're playing fantasy and then your top two receivers are hurt and you need to pick somebody up on the waiver wire, and Darnell Mooney's right there.
So if we were transitioning that into like real life, would you say he's a solid number 2 receiver?
He's a great 3. He's an all right 2.
All right. Would you say he's a?
I don't even know if he's a great 3. He's a good 3. He's a great 3.
I think he's a decent 2.
Decent 2.
Because look, the truth is he wasn't a 1 because DJ Moore was the 1 in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because he wasn't nice. He was injury prone. We want to talk about this is the reason that all these players are free agents,
A
right?
little bit inconsistency.
They were a little injury prone, correct? But I really do like Darnell Mooney. I've always liked Darnell Mooney. And he went through a lot to finally land a quarterback that at least is valued as one of the best in the market right now. So that might turn into something. I'll ask you this, since we were talking last episode about what's his name? Kyle Pitts going to get as many targets as you expect, right? Who do you think is going to get more targets this season? Darnell Mooney or Kyle Pitts?
Mooney.
Not even close? Kyle Pitts has already been there.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins likes to throw to receivers. Historically.
He doesn't like to throw to tight ends.
I mean, I'm just going off of what I've seen on the Commanders and on the Vikings.
I mean, honestly,
it's Justin Jefferson. You're gonna throw to him. I understand that.
Yeah,
but
of course, but I kind of look at this like the other way around, because realistically, they also have Drake London.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah.
So
maybe Pitts, maybe because of that.
Because that's the
But
number
Drake
1 tight
London
end.
also gets hurt sometimes.
Drake London doesn't get as often doesn't get hurt as frequently as Darnell Mooney. I would say 100%. But hopefully with a veteran quarterback. Honestly, the word of the day is veteran. I feel like I said the word veteran like 50 times already. But talk about a veteran quarterback that can kind of like place the ball somewhere a little safer, so you don't really necessarily get as injured. Maybe you don't have to make so much of a stretch of a play afterward. You're not gonna get hip dropped, so nobody has to worry about that anymore.
No, look, I think this is a good move for the Falcons. This is probably one of the better Falcons teams we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they do. I don't expect the world of them, but I do think they're going to be a little interesting to watch now.
Now, speaking of interesting to watch, this was a guy that we spent a lot of time in past episodes talking about. Gabe Davis.
Because he's a bum?
Signed with the Jaguars. 3-year, $39 million. Now, we had a whole conversation come NFL playoff time of who's better than Gabe Davis? This person? Who's better than Gabe Davis? That person? So it seems that it looks like the Jaguars might see something in Gabe Davis that we don't.
He's getting paid Darnell Mooney money, literally.
Oh, yeah. Well,
it's the same exact contract.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Do you think he deserved less than that?
No.
Because
no.
I think that's right about.
At level, you were
I
like,
think,
this guy
I think
sucks.
Davis is better than Mooney. I think Davis is better than Mooney. I'll say that. I think
so
he's
then he
better...
deserves more than $39 million.
No, don't do that.
Slightly better.
Another million, maybe.
Give both.
just 40
just
million.
touch 40, please. No, all right. So if you were to grade both, like it's a test. I'm gonna give Gabe
I'm
a
gonna
B.
say I'm gonna say Mooney was overpaid.
Oh.
Just looking like Hollywood Brown just got signed for $7 million.
So if Gabe Davis is a B, you give Darnell Mooney a C plus.
Yeah, B minus. Gabe Davis is a B minus. Darnell Mooney's a C plus. I know you don't like the minuses.
I don't like the minuses. I was looking over and I actually funny enough, I feel like I've been in contact with people that I went to high school with as of lately, and I don't think I had minuses in school, bro.
You went to a
Catholic school.
Different kind of school.
Different kind of school. They only gave us pluses because it was the shape of the cross. No minuses here. Don't even dare say Xmas.
Everything had a plus.
Oh man,
there's actually only pluses.
Because you actually got an A cross. Congratulations. But we're not here to make fun of religion. It's actually Easter weekend.
Fun of it.
No, we're not. Just throw it out there. By the time that you guys see it, Easter would have already passed. So happy Easter to anybody who's watching this from now forward. But I don't know, man. I think that Gabe Davis, like we spoke before, he's the youngest of the free agent market at 25.
Interesting, because when I think of Gabe Davis, I think of him as like he's a 35-year-old.
What if he explodes, man? And look,
Trevor
Lawrence is a great player to help you blossom the second half of your career.
Yeah, he is.
If you ask me, I think that he's in a good place right now. And the only main person that's kind of fighting with him for targets right now is their tight end Evan Ingram.
Don't they have another receiver?
They do. I believe he's no longer with them either, though.
Christian Kirk is one I'm thinking of.
Yes, but he's another player that gets injured very often.
Yeah, but he's really good when he's on the field.
He is really good. I mean, though, I think that it's good receiver competition in that locker room for like the 1 and 2 between the two of them.
Yeah.
I think that's decent enough, and the quarterback is good enough to make up for talent on both sides of that. So
they'll be all right.
I think that I honestly really like the Jaguars right now.
They're fun.
Even if their quarterback does look like Candace from Phineas and Ferb. So that's neither here nor there. I want to talk about a player that's neither here nor there. Curtis Samuel signed with the Buffalo Bills for 3-year, $24 million. I said it before, I'll say it again. Curtis Samuel was the best player on that offense last year. But that's not a lot saying what the Commanders had. Realistically, you could argue that maybe one of the running backs was a better player than Curtis Samuel, even though Sam Howell had the leading passing yards up until like week 7 or week 8. He was throwing the ball, yeah, but there was what seems like a strong surplus of talent that didn't go anywhere on the Commanders. When you're talking about Antonio Gibson, Brian Robinson Jr., Curtis Samuel, you got the guy that's leading the league in passing yards. Why were they the worst team in the NFL?
Terry McLaurin.
Terry McLaurin,
I still think is If you put him on the Chiefs, oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But
I think he's
still on
he's
contract,
super
though.
talented.
Yeah, he's a good receiver.
Super talented. He's just on a bum team,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
unfortunate,
think
man.
that's just like what the Commanders do, bro. Because realistically, when was the last time you can remember
Kirk
that
Cousins.
the Commanders were in it?
Kirk Cousins.
You're spitting facts.
Yeah.
You're talking, I'm listening.
It's Kirk Cousins.
So I don't know, man. Maybe it was good that he got out of
Trade
Washington.
Terry McLaurin, please.
He's gonna offer a little volume distribution between him and Stephon Diggs if Stephon Diggs is still
Stephon
there.
Diggs might be out.
You know, maybe they're trying to figure that out. Is Josh Allen good enough to do it with just Curtis Samuel? If that
No.
was a scenario,
Couldn't do it with just Diggs.
does this kind of like end the era of the Buffalo Bills and their run?
What could have been? They could have won a chip.
They were
By
good
now.
enough to have won a chip.
Like they should have won a chip.
I mean,
Maybe.
their favorite comparison is what? Oh, this guy is the next John Elway. All right, dude, take it easy. Even John Elway had a Curtis Samuel on his team, and they were doing their thing.
Yeah,
So
the Bills are always like one game short, 2 games short, but they can be there. They just gotta figure it out, man.
yeah, hopefully they do. If you don't mind, I'm gonna jump right over Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah,
I don't really have that much interest in him.
I'm gonna say this. I like Kendrick Bourne.
Okay.
I still think that the Patriots should have traded for Justin Fields
Yeah, for sure.
for a 6th-round pick.
He could have.
You don't have a quarterback?
Yeah.
Take that.
Well, they're gonna draft someone,
Yeah.
of course, but you know they could have drafted someone and then had him under Justin Fields. That's neither here nor there. I do agree with you that Justin Fields could have went many other places with more success, but needless to say, you know, Kendrick Bourne doesn't really excite me as a player. I think it was the wide receiver episode where it was just me and David, and I'm pretty sure we jumped over Kendrick Bourne like I don't even remember how fast. Like yeah, Kendrick Bourne. Anyway,
You're welcome,
on to the next one. But this one is actually one that interested me. Josh Reynolds, that was going crazy on the lines last year, signed a 2-year for $14 million to the Broncos.
I think this is a move that might hurt the Lions a little bit.
A little bit.
But not like people they're gonna be like, oh, he's Josh Reynolds, whatever. But he was like good for what he was.
He
man.
was there when they needed him. They had Laporta injured for a little while. They had a couple players injured for a little while, and he kind of made up for that in a good way. Very similar to how we saw some of these players that are also on this list when you're talking about like let's see, when you're talking about like T. Higgins, when this guy was hurt, what's his name, Jamar Chase, and you know players of that nature might like I'm sorry, I'm thinking about players on the honorable mention list, but honestly. There's a lot of reasons why I could see the Broncos doing this. Number one, they just lost Jerry Jeudy, so they needed to fill in that gap anyway.
Did they lose someone?
Was
that really a loss?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jerry Judy's nice.
Yeah, he's all right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always been a Jerry Jeudy fan.
Ugh,
I have.
weird.
But you know, another one of those players, good, injury prone, this and that. You don't know what's gonna happen until he really makes something out of himself. But either way, they still got St. Brown.
Who's throwing the ball for them?
Don't know now. It's not Russell Wilson anymore.
They don't know yet either.
I don't think so. I have no idea.
Well, you have Josh Reynolds. You have Sutton.
You got Sutton. I mean, there's still a team over there. Just who's throwing the ball is the big question. So, everybody else, honestly, I said them. You know, I'm glad I mentioned them for like 0.5 seconds on that really fast portion of the show. But I'm not really too crazy about anybody else. Is Odell gonna go somewhere? Maybe.
No, he'll find it.
Braxton Berrios re-signed with the Dolphins. Always shout him out. He was a Jet, so shout out him. Michael Thomas, is he gonna end up somewhere? And Pringle, you know, it seems like his career is dry, like the chip. Never liked Pringles actually.
No.
No, I didn't.
My dad loves Pringles.
I would rather a bag of Lay's over any Pringle. I'll put it to you like that.
I prefer.
I concur.
Yeah, I prefer a Pringle though.
Real quick before we jump into anything
Concord.
else going on, because there's a whole lot of baseball for us to talk about. What's the best chip? Let's throw it out there. It's on my mind now. Can't
The
avoid
best
it.
or my favorite?
You're the best to you.
Purple Doritos, sweet chili.
Out of all of them,
I think it's the best chip.
That's a really good chip, but I can only have so many.
yeah. After so many, you get like a lot of seasoning on your tongue, and you're hitting like one of the.
So here
That's
we
how
go.
I feel
I
about
got one for you.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Out of nowhere. So they're gonna be Sun Chips.
I was gonna say Sun Chip. That's my favorite chip.
Sun Chips Garden Salsa.
Yeah, that's my favorite chip actually, David.
Crazy.
But it's apparently it's a hot take to say it's the best chip.
I'm not a crazy sun chip guy myself.
Crazy chip.
Crazy chip.
I'm gonna tell you.
Chip.
I would-
It almost feels like
they
it's
keep-
healthy for you.
They came so late into the game.
Yeah, man.
The game was
They
there.
did. It was set. Like
What a rookie.
they
The
had
cheddar ones, the cheddar ones are fire. Garden salsa's
Took the league
fire.
by storm, man.
I'm gonna tell you.
Garden salsa came out later too.
I'm not
Oh,
as-
so-
I'm not
I'm
as-
actually gonna get some Sun Chips when I get up out of here. Actually,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not as crazy of a fan of chips with ruffles on them. I'd rather a flat old chip. Give me
boring.
you know what? I was, and then I grew up,
yeah, whatever, bro.
and then I
And now
grew
he's
up.
65.
no, because it's not. I can't be in the middle, right? Because there are chips.
That's what
that
holds
have
all the
extra
flavor.
ridges.
That's what holds all the flavor. The
Hear
ridges.
me out, PD. The one like the Utz chips that have like OD ridges on them, like a lot. That's banger. That's what I would call them, right? What's the real name for those chips? It's not Utz chips.
I think
Utz. It's Utz. Not Utz.
So a little bit of German. The Utz chips.
Give me a bag of Oots. A German or a Canadian?
Utz.
That's Canadian, dude.
Utz.
I was thinking like. You know what I thought of actually? Remember that song you used to play for me? Das Boot Beer.
Oh, what a great song.
What a great song. But that's a meme. But we're gonna leave that right there. Honestly, I'm gonna say the best chip to me. I'll go Dorito, but I'm gonna hit him with Cool Ranch. Is probably either the best, or if I'm going with like a chip I always eat, Wise chips.
Makes you feel smart.
No, what? Yo, P.
No.
That's an OG brand. The Wise one with the eyeball on it.
Yeah.
The half blue, half green
They're
bag.
alright, they're
Come on.
Yeah, but
bro.
that's like a dude. You whatever. It's fine.
What do you mean? I'm like a what?
Nah, you're like a child.
What do you mean? Because look, I'm not.
have a bag of Wise chips, Mom?
No, not ever. Well, yo, honestly, that's
The blue bag, please. The salt and vinegar is too spicy.
Spicy.
Nah, I don't want to hear that because I'm not a child. A child sits there and eats chips by itself, and it has to be a flavor. I'm a grown man eating a grown man's meal. It's a meal with some chips. So yeah, I'm gonna pick the chips that you can eat with whatever. I'm not gonna be out here with garden salsa surprise chip with a regular ass sandwich.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, that
Why
goes
here?
great.
First of
It
all-
goes great with a sandwich.
First of all,
it goes great with a
You're
sandwich.
lying.
It goes
It
great
It
with a
goes
sandwich.
excellent with a sandwich. As a matter of fact, I'm going to Jersey Mike's and I'm grabbing a bag of Sun Chips.
I'm gonna join you there.
Like, are you kidding me? You
Yeah,
know which one
okay.
I'm going
I'm
to
going to
too.
Jersey Mike's.
You're not gonna join him there.
I might be going to a different
If you
Jersey
guys
Mike's,
join
but I'm
there,
going
you
to
gotta
Jersey
take a
Mike's.
picture for Cody's corner.
I'm definitely going to Jersey Mike's though. There's one right
Look.
by the crib.
Oh, you know what? There is.
Oh, there's one over there.
Okay. There you go.
By the brib.
Oh, you know, I might have to go get some Blimpies now. Now I'm in the mood for like
Ooh.
cold cut sandwich and some chips, dude.
Where is there a Blimpies?
On I mean, I could. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
mute-
don't get crazy.
No. I'll mute it out. It's on.
It's
Like as if you're
la
going
la
to
la
Harrison.
la 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 la
No.
la.
I'll mute it out. I'll
Oh.
mute it out. If you go to
La 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 la.
if you go to
Just cut out this part and then.
exactly.
And we're back.
exactly.
All right, just tell me after the show. It's fine. You don't have to cut anything.
Use your phone. Look it up.
Right. All right.
My God,
I'm
got
going
me
to Jersey Mike's regardless.
got me out here doxing myself. But on that note,
It's baseball time.
keep a score. Play the music. And we're back.
Right.
Look, so welcome to Keeping Score, where we keep score on everything that's going on outside of football just for you. There's a lot going on, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Baseball is back. Woo!
Oh,
We're
man.
here, man. We're here.
What a beautiful time.
Yo, Petey, this is your time to shine, bro.
What a time to be alive.
What a time.
It's too soon because
Be
of the
alive.
beef. Is it too soon?
We're not
'cause of the
seeing
beef?
that album.
Yeah, ever again.
That's it.
That
Oh,
sucks.
That's it.
you got a plastic bag.
Go
Well, look.
ahead and ball the cat.
So
Go
look,
ahead and pick a
Talk to him,
Baseball's
Petey.
back. New York is in a very interesting place right now.
New York what?
In New York,
I think
concrete jungles where dreams are made.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
There's nothing
David
you
is one of those
can't
people
do.
that in the shower he thinks he's the best singer of all time.
I get crazy.
Like grab the shampoo bottle and like
I think I'm the best
squeeze
singer.
it on impact.
I think I'm
In
the-
New York.
I think I'm the best singer of all time now.
Yeah, okay.
Out of the shower.
Of all time is insane. The amount of amazing singers there are.
Crazy.
You're here wasting your time on a sports podcast. You got to be on like American Idol or something like that, bro. Go out and make a name for yourself.
Get a golden ticket.
Willy Wonka.
I want to watch that new Willy Wonka movie. But before we get distracted, please tell us about what's going on in New York baseball.
All right, so both New York teams are missing their ace. You got Garrett Cole out for 1 to 2 months.
Oh,
You got Kodai Senga out for 1 to 2 months.
on the Mets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Yankees are a better built team right now to win a championship and make a push into the playoffs. The Mets are in an awkward in-between year where you have a lot of the pieces, but you have a good core, but
Right.
you're missing some pieces.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're going to kind of let our financials relax this year, and then next year when there's so many more free agents, we're going to go all in and kind of rebuild from there.
Okay.
And then we
okay.
also have a lot of young players in the minor leagues that are going to come up pretty soon. They're going to make an impact, and we're just going to have a nice roster moving forward.
So the Mets are in rebuild right now.
They're in a retool.
Yeah, retool. Now, Petey, quick question for you.
Yeah.
On the Yankees. Now, baseball is a lot of games, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So 2 months is a good portion of the season, right? I would say
That's like probably
30 games, maybe
30, 40 games.
30, 40 games. Now, with that being said, with the division that the Yankees are in, it's a lot of good teams.
You have Baltimore, who I think is a World Series favorite at
Right.
this point.
Exactly.
You have Tampa Bay, who the Rays, you just know they're just always going to be weird and being there.
Mm-hmm.
You have Toronto, who still has a good team. I don't think it's as good of a team that they've had in the past couple of years.
Okay.
Their problem is they've always needed pitching. Now they have it, but their offense has kind of taken a step back. So their offense needs to play up, and if their pitching does what it's supposed to do, I think they're going to be a good team to watch now. Boston's Boston.
Yep.
Not much going on over there. So they're in a good division. They're in a really good division.
Right. So now I say that because now our offense has gotten better with some of the pickups, right? Soto, Verdugo, and things like that. So, but however, pitching is pitching. Obviously, it's extremely important in
The
baseball.
name of the game.
Right. So with that being said, missing 30 to 40 games, do you still think that puts us in if let's say if it's a bad stretch, I mean we won the first two, which is great. First two
Right.
games of the season
Against
but,
Houston.
against Houston, right? But however, again, tough division and all those things like that. Pitching's important. We still have a lot of questions with that. Do you think that realistically, with him being gone, that we're good enough, the Yankees are good enough to make the playoffs?
I think so. You're missing Garrett Cole, which is
Alright.
it's gonna hurt you.
Cy Young winner.
Yes, but it's not gonna hurt as much as you would think because he is a starting pitcher. He's only gonna pitch once every 5 games.
Right.
So realistically, he's only gonna miss maybe 8 games.
Which is not crazy.
It's
in
not
baseball at
crazy.
all.
And out of those 8 games, I'm sure the Yankees themselves can win at least 4 of them. So they're not gonna. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna be a huge difference to that. It's gonna hurt their playoff chances. And I might even say that this is one of the better case scenarios for them because now you're gonna be getting Cole in June. He doesn't have to pitch in April, May.
And he's not as
He's
tired
fresh.
come like
He's gonna be fresh for a playoff run. He didn't do all those innings back then. So I think this might be good for them. I think they're a good enough team to stay afloat. They should. They definitely should.
People are saying that because of the type of injury, though, that his rehab is going to be really important because it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah, I mean, the elbow's always a scary thing.
Right.
But they said
especially as a pitcher.
there's no tear, so he should be fine. It's always a little bit hesitant with the Yankees because they never like to be honest and come out and say what's really going on. They'll kind of just say, oh, this is what's happening. Just believe us. So that's all you can do. So I don't know. I think he should be fine. You're hoping that he is fine when he gets back. He rehabs for like 2 weeks and he's back.
Now, I have a question for you. It's not necessarily focused on New York baseball, but I want to know as I want to air out for whoever's watching, people that might not know a lot about baseball, just so they can keep their head in like the right space. So as far as the American League and the National League, right now, we're only 2 days in. Who would you say is the top 5 in the American League, and who would you say is the top 5 in the National League?
Baltimore.
This is American League.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Yankees.
Baltimore is insane right now.
5 is tough. Baltimore, Yankees,
You can
Astros.
do 3.
That would be my 3. I will give you 5. Baltimore, Yankees, Astros, Rangers, and then I think it's a toss-up between the Mariners and Toronto. I'm going to say...
Vlad Guerrero Jr.?
Yeah, or Julio Rodriguez. I'm going to say Seattle.
Is number 5.
Number 5.
Okay.
And then you have Toronto and Minnesota not too far off.
Honorable mention.
Yeah.
Now, National League if you had to.
Atlanta, Philly. I'll skip that. Arizona, the Dodgers, obviously. Let me go in order, actually, because I did the first time. The Dodgers, Atlanta, Philly, Arizona. That was tough. I think the 5th spot's just a huge toss-up. It could either be San Diego, it can be San Francisco, it could be the Mets if they do something, and it could be Chicago.
They could be the Mets even if they're in a as you said,
They still have their core. So, you don't have everybody you would like to have on a team, but you still have the main core. You have Pete Alonso, you have Francisco Lindor, you have Brandon Nimmo. Now, your pitching is the issue. But if the pitching pitches kind of above expectations,
right,
I think they're right in there. They are a playoff team, 100% a playoff team if their pitching exceeds expectations.
Now, for just a little further clarification, if you don't mind, I'm trying to learn as much.
Ask as many
I'm a
questions as you want.
baseball sponge for the next couple months. So in baseball, right, what would you say is the difference between rebuild and retool? Like, what does that necessarily mean?
To me, a rebuild is, let's say you're a team.
You trade away all your good players.
You
and
trade
start
away
over
your
with
best
picks.
players, and then you just start with picks. The Mets have their best players. They're going to keep them, but just not build upon that this year because they have. So in baseball, you have minor leagues. So if you don't know,
like a farming system.
It's
kinda.
a farming system like a D League, but a little bit more advanced. You
Yeah.
have so many different levels. They have a lot of They have a lot of good players that are right there.
Good enough to just pick them up if you needed to.
They're next year ready. Right,
and every team has this, or some teams have better systems than
others. The
others.
Mets had a terrible farm system just 5 years ago, and then we made so many trades. Like we traded Verlander, we traded Scherzer, just to get these younger players into the farm system, kind of rebuild it. They've made better draft picks, so now they're in a place where in 1 to 2 years you're gonna have so many young kids up in the team, kind of like Baltimore. What Baltimore's done,
because Baltimore's a great young.
This
team
is
right
just, if you look 4 years back, completely different. But you had all those young players come up, and they've all been great. And they have even more, where it's kind of like,
no,
what do we
they're
even
all
do?
nasty though. I'm not gonna lie to you. The little that I do know about baseball, that pitcher that they have right now in Baltimore, Corbin Burns, is nasty.
They
bro.
got him from Milwaukee.
He is a problem, and he's lefty. No,
he's not lefty.
He is lefty.
No, he's not.
Are you sure? Confirm? Can't confirm?
I'm 99% sure.
Not to throw my business out.
He's a righty.
I would love to know that.
He's a righty.
Because then, if that's true, I don't know my lefts from my rights. I just want to know if I'm dyslexic in real life or if that's just on paper.
He is a righty.
All right, well, there you go. Answer confirmed. So, but either way, if he's throwing lefty or righty, he's outstanding, I would say.
He's a great pitcher.
Is he the last piece they needed?
I think so.
Are you really dyslexic on paper?
No, I'm not.
Oh, I'm about to say.
I think
because I couldn't read the paper anyway.
So here's how I'm gonna put this. The Orioles and Yankees.
That's good.
They was having
That
a
was
good
good.
time.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That was a good.
Baltimore had older young players come up in the past 2 years. You would think it's like, all right, we're gonna give them 2 years to kind of like grow and blossom and then become great players to kind of take us somewhere. Last year they just did it. They were great. They went into the playoffs. They didn't do their thing too much. They're young, so it's all right. But now this year you have that young team. They outperformed the Yankees last year. So to me,
oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna show you. This is where the Orioles were like before the offseason. Orioles, Yankees, right?
Okay. For those that can't see, Orioles is a little bit higher than the Yankees.
Yankees, signed Juan Soto.
Okay, now the Yankees are even with the Orioles.
And then the Orioles got Corbin Burns.
And now they're back up.
They're back up top.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
they kind of saw that move. They're like, we gotta one up them.
Yeah.
They had good pitching already, and then you added an ace. This is like adding a Garrett Cole to your team.
Sheesh.
I'm gonna give you that. That's a Garrett Cole.
So this is kind of like, all right. So
He's won a Cy Young.
This is what the Yankees
Sheesh.
felt like when they signed Garrett Cole right after they had just signed like Giancarlo
Exactly.
Stanton,
Exactly.
and they thought like, oh, he's the last piece to da-da-da.
Yep.
Really bring this all together. Okay, so this is like the holy grail of like the American League right now. So I want to tell you something. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. You know that I went to the Baltimore season opener, right?
Very surprised.
Right. Super random. Shout out my boy Kelvin. Had free tickets. Asked me if I wanted to go. So I went. Yo. So you know how when you go to like a Yankee game, let's say you go to a Subway Series, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have like the train competition, like the ad on the screen where like the different trains are racing each other.
Okay.
And you try and pick which one is going to get to the end, whatever. It's like, yeah, go, whatever. And they get excited at the stadium, whatever. The Orioles have a hot dog race. So you go there, and instead of trains getting ready to race each other,
the Mets have something similar, but go on.
where it's like animated jumping hot dogs are like basically potato sack jumping to a finish line. And I'm there with my friends from New Jersey, and I look over at one of my boys, and I'm like, yo, what is this that they're playing on the screen? This kid stuff they're playing on the screen. I look over to my left. These Baltimore fans are going insane for this hot dog race. Like, and for the train one, it's like, oh, are you going to pick the B train, the A train, the C train? And they're like intertwining each other. But the only way you know the difference between the hot dogs is one of them is ketchup, one of them's mustard, and one of them's relish. Mm-hmm. So there's people screaming at the top of their lungs, go mustard, go! Relish! Like, and they're bogging out. And then relish won, and half the stadium went, yeah! And the other half went, boo! It was just super funny, man.
Super fun.
Fantastic stadium. Highly recommend to anybody that gets a chance to go.
I do want to go. It is. They say it's a top 5.
Who knows? Cody's Corner might pop out to a random stadium just cuz and show everybody what the experience
Hey now.
is like. Who knows? Little sprinkle on them for the future.
Live show crazy.
What's going on, guys? We have bad internet connection. What's going on? Baseball.
A little meet and greet.
Relish.
Mustard.
We'll
Start bugging
we'll
out.
do a meet and greet. But it's MEAT.
We order our own like
Hot
uniforms.
Dogs. No, hot dogs.
No.
It's a meet. MEAT.
Ooh,
Meet and greet.
Meet and greet.
So we'll bring the hot dogs.
Oh my god. No, but we show up at the stadium with like fake uniforms of the team, and we make them think that we're players that want to sign their hot dogs.
Sign the hot dogs.
In mustard or relish.
Got it.
You feel me?
Got it.
Take that different lane.
I think we're cooking there.
Exactly. Oh my god, Petey, they were cooking because it was hot dogs, meet and greet. Jesus Christ.
Relish.
How big is your CVS? But on that note, anything else that you're excited about? Are there teams that played today that we haven't seen yet that we're excited about?
We've seen everybody already. We saw the Mets. Thankfully, I didn't see them yesterday. I was busy during that time.
Thankfully, you didn't watch them.
They only got one hit. But they lost
both
the
games.
game.
They only got one hit.
There was only one game. One game. They only got one hit. It was a home run. But we move. It's all right. Game 2's today at 1:40.
Let's go.
So they're gonna try to bounce back. The Mets. This is a little tidbit of information you might not know.
Okay, tidbit.
They have the best opening day record in baseball.
The Mets.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Percentage
of all time.
Of all time.
That's pretty sick.
They lost this year, but
okay.
The last 5 I think they've won, so that's pretty cool.
There you go. But you know what? It's just a skid mark on their history.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's fun to have it back. I'm gonna talk a little bit away from New York now.
Talk
a lot about New York here, but Ohtani has finally came out.
There you go.
And he's not in that way. He didn't come out. He came out and said that he addressed.
You're such a weirdo, dude.
He addressed the media.
Okay.
To clear some things, There's all these accusations. What happened?
Right.
How
And she
this
caught me
happened.
on the counter. It wasn't me.
I don't think if things were really cleared completely yet. There's still the investigation going on. But he did say he's like, I didn't find out about this until that first game they played in Korea, until after the game, and then that's when everything came out. So as soon as he found out, he kind of went to his lawyers, and they're doing the investigation now. But the guy was instantly fired. So he said he had no knowledge of this happening. He would never give money to someone to pay for their betting debts, and that he was stolen from.
Now, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Now, I just like to play devil's advocate, right? Obviously, I know the least about baseball when we're talking here, but I do know that when there's accusations going on, you got to watch how people are moving, right?
Yeah.
And I've noticed, right? And I've also heard people claim this in media in general, so I'm just reiterating it myself, but it's very interesting that many people regard Ohtani as the best player in baseball. And it's kind of very noticeably prominent that people know very little about him. Like, people have talked about, oh, no one ever knew he had a girlfriend, then he popped out with a wife, and then nobody even knew about this that was going on with him, and it took him so long to report to the media. And like, he kind of snuck up on the league and just, like, I remember when he exploded, and everybody was like, yo, who is this guy?
It's an interesting thing that baseball's got going on, because
Right.
years now, because before Ohtani, the universal best player in baseball was Trout.
Right.
All right, Trout's also a quiet guy that people don't know much about. You know, he's not an outgoing personality.
Right. He's not the
best
media personality.
He's not the media personality, and sometimes when you have somebody who is the best player, you want him to have that media personality,
Right.
because it just helps sell the league more. You know,
Yeah.
when you have somebody like Stephen Curry, LeBron James, they also have that personality to them that makes it fun to watch. Trout's just a great player. He's a great baseball player, but he's not. That's it.
Now, does it make it even more difficult because he doesn't even speak English?
I think for some people,
He doesn't even speak English, and all this trouble that's happening is with the guy that's supposed to be relaying all this information from the best player in the MLB.
I'm gonna say less than you'd think,
Okay.
because you still have had some of the best players be Hispanic. They've had translators, and they still have that personality on the field
Yeah.
that carries them enough. And then in post-game interviews, they're still fired up. They're speaking a different language, but if you're fired up,
Right.
and you still feed off that energy. So I don't think that's too much of a problem, but it obviously adds on to it. But I think he's just a quiet guy who just baseball's his life, just like Trout, and then that's it. He's very
not worried about anything else.
He's very secretive. He doesn't want people knowing his information. You can relate to that.
Yeah, of course.
You don't like people knowing your business.
Yeah, that's why I bleeped out my address when we were
Exactly.
talking about it before in the Blimpies.
So he's just like that. Just nothing wrong with that.
Now, I have
You're
one more...
gatekeeping that blimpy.
No one's touching my Blimpies. But I just want to put this out right here. I want to ask you one more question before we transition into what has been amazing basketball as of lately and the rest of keeping score. We gave this to you, right? And, maybe we could even do this for basketball today, too. We got the chance to talk about who are the best top 5 NFL jerseys, right? To you, right now, who are the top 5 MLB jerseys currently?
People are not gonna like this, man.
Let's hear it. No, let's hear it. It doesn't have to be what people like. It has to be what you feel in your heart.
Cardinals.
Oh, I like that one. You could say the Mets also.
I'm gonna say the Mets. It's just a great jersey.
Yeah, I agree.
They have ruined our black ones, but that's okay, I guess. Okay, let's see. Let me think here. I say the Cardinals. I'm gonna say no.
You got a picture of all the jerseys in front of you right now?
Yeah.
Where's Riley?
Haha.
Yo, shout out my sister.
Oh, this is tough, man.
Got to think about it. It's interesting to put your favorite sport into that perspective, because it makes you think of all the times you've seen these jerseys. And David, I don't know if you're getting ready, but I'm about to ask you the same thing about basketball. If you need a chance.
I'm good.
Oh no, off top. We're gonna wait for you to. I'm gonna wait for Petey to say his top 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you your top 5. So you said Cardinals, Mets.
Oh man, okay. I want to say I like Boston's uniforms. I
You
don't
know,
know if they're
I'm
top
not mad at that
five.
though.
I like Seattle's. I don't think they're top 5 though.
Seattle has a top 5 hat.
I do like their hat. I like the Pirates jerseys a lot. I might say Pirates, black and yellow. I think that's tough.
Yeah.
Especially
Especially that P. That P is hard. That like diamond shaped looking P that they have.
it's tough because of there's so many new alternate jerseys now. Like Philly's got one of the best alternate jerseys.
Oh, like that light blue.
the powder
one?
blue.
Yeah, that one's pretty sick.
That's
yeah.
just beautiful. The Blue Jays got the same thing going on. You have to say the Yankees because it's just a classic. It's a little boring.
You know
but
what though?
It's
I was
classic.
gonna say that. I don't want to. I didn't want to like cut you off, but like, I don't know. I would say the Yankee logo is probably the most iconic sports logo of all time.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But their jerseys are kind of very traditional.
The road jerseys now are even worse. They
Yeah.
ruined them. Baltimore. I love the black and orange.
Yeah, the black and orange is cool. The bird is cool.
This is tough. I'm gonna come back to you next week about this one.
All right.
I gotta think about it.
Thanks for looking into
Before we move on to basketball jerseys,
that. Okay.
I'm gonna ask you both to give me a day this week where you have nothing much going on, and then I'm gonna give you a game to watch.
Well, the truth is that Saturday. I'm gonna say Saturday. Well, I got the show.
Well, that's today.
Well, this week you said the week is over. It's Saturday.
Well, the one before our next show.
Before our next show comes out,
Yep.
let's
Or next time we record.
say Wednesday,
There's no shot you picked the only day that there's no games on.
Tuesday, Tuesday, my favorite day of the week.
Tuesday, Cody.
Okay, this is the game I have to watch. Is that what's coming up right now?
Yeah. Oh, there is games on Wednesday. You want a Wednesday?
Oh my God, bro! Yeah,
Hey.
Okay.
sure. Wednesday,
Wednesday.
my favorite day of the week.
Hump day.
Oh, dude.
You are gonna be watching. And I think you're gonna enjoy this
I
one.
used to love that commercial.
Oh, hump day.
Mike. Guess what day it is? Guess what day?
You are gonna
it
be
is?
watching the Yankees play the Diamondbacks.
All right.
As of right now, they're both 2-0.
Okay.
It's a 3:40 o'clock game. All right, smack in the afternoon.
Smack in the afternoon.
You got Carlos Rodon against Merrill Kelly, who are two great pitchers. So fun game to watch right there.
Do the Diamondbacks still have that crazy Cuban guy with the purple hair?
No,
No.
no, he's still there.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Hair still purple?
Is his hair still purple? That's a real question.
He might have might not anymore.
All right. Well,
Well, then I don't care. All right. So what is
That's
that?
your game. Your game
That's
is
my
Wednesday.
game. All right. So David's game. All right. So you pick a day of the week, David.
for
A day of the week you're open to watching a baseball game.
any day, I watch sports all day long, man.
This guy says pick a day. He said any day. He's one of those people. What do you want to eat? I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh, so you want me to pick one Easter Sunday?
I'm not doing anything.
It's a good game.
You're not going on a scavenger hunt?
Fine. Now I got to go through every day.
Let me ask you this.
How about Thursday, bro? Like, I don't have time for you to go do every day. Like, we got a show to conduct in
Would you
here.
like Monday?
All right, well, Thursday doesn't have any good games. So.
Oh my goodness, no, that's good. I don't want to watch a good game. I want to watch a game that's not necessarily,
I'm not gonna make you watch one of these games. that's
Not a
going
hype
on.
game. Not a hype
This is
game.
no. There's nothing good going on that game.
Oh my goodness, Friday.
Friday, you got.
Pretty stupid.
It's just nuts, yo.
This is a good
He
one.
said Friday.
This is good. All right. I'm gonna let you choose. You could be.
Oh my God.
Fine. I'll choose.
Yes, please, just pick a game,
You're
bro.
gonna watch the Cubs versus the Dodgers at 2:00.
It's a good game.
All right, Cubs Dodgers 2:00.
You got Yamamoto, who's new into the MLB, pitching that game,
Right.
and Kyle Hendricks on the Cubs.
All right, sounds good.
Petey's Pigs.
You better watch them. At least watch the highlights. If you don't,
I'm going to watch.
All right. Well, David, here we are, man.
So, What do you guys want to know?
I want to know, to you, what are your top 5 NBA jerseys as we go into the basketball portion to keep it score?
Top 5 NBA jerseys. So I'm gonna go with
Current NBA jerseys.
current NBA jerseys. I really like OKC.
Okay. Interesting.
I like
first one to
OKC.
say.
I like Minnesota.
Top 5?
Yeah.
The Timberwolves, the T-Wolves?
I like the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, what's another good one?
Jerseys.
Surprised you haven't said the Lakers.
Well, because I'm trying not to be like biased.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to like just but see that's the I like the Orlando Magic. See that's the problem.
Orlando Magic.
See that's the problem with the it's like me personally, I like a lot of the alternate jerseys.
All right, that's fine. If you
Like you know what I
if
mean?
you-
Like
yeah.
OKC's alternate jersey, that dark navy blue with the white stripe is fire.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I mean, I don't know, dude. Like yeah, what was that, like 4? You want one more?
Yeah, throw me one more. Why not?
Goodness gracious. How about freaking we'll go I don't know. We'll go this is stupid. We'll go the Nets. Whatever.
You know,
I'm gonna give you my list.
I was
Oh,
also
jeez.
I'm gonna give a quick one.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. Ready?
Please.
Rockets.
Actually, I'm gonna take the Nets out and I'm gonna put the Clippers.
Okay.
Okay, continue.
With the new logo.
Clips.
Yeah, the Clips.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Rockets. I'm gonna say the Nuggets. I'm gonna say honestly,
Oh.
I'm gonna say the Warriors.
Okay.
I don't care about being biased. I'm gonna put the Lakers. And then I'm gonna say the it's either the Pacers or the Raptors.
Pacers.
Yeah, I like that navy blue with the yellow.
Yeah, the Pacers have a nice jersey.
The Pacers have a clean jersey. I'm not gonna lie. They've always had a clean jersey. I remember back in the day. I mean, not back in the day, but like Lance Stevenson Pacer jersey, like when it was the bright yellow with the blue stripes on the side.
You
know
like
what I'm
that
talking
one?
about?
I don't remember that one.
That one's fire. Come on, bro. Malice had the Palace jersey.
Are you gonna give us your top 5
Oh, it's my turn?
jerseys, PD?
Yeah.
So we can continue.
Okay. I don't care about being biased either. The Knicks,
Okay.
Good jersey.
One,
Warriors,
2.
Heat.
Oh, it's a good one.
Mm.
That's a great one.
I like the Nuggets a lot.
Okay.
I love their alternates. And for last, I'm gonna say
You ever seen Joe Cole? He's like, "Member day, you remember they,
I'm gonna say the OKC too. I like OKC.
Okay. Now I am biased, so I purposefully didn't include Boston in there, but I would also throw Boston in there.
I wouldn't.
I just like the color green. Period. So yeah. So on that note, I guess we're gonna hop right into this basketball portion. Since David was tired of playing these silly "What's your favorite jersey" games.
Nah, man. Just a little bit of news going around. Nothing too crazy. Like I said last week, this part of the season, you're gonna see the pretenders and the actual contenders. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the contenders pulling away from the actual pretenders.
Okay.
So, I mean, it is what it is. You've got some teams right now, like the Mavs are on a crazy win streak. Lakers have won like 17 of their last 24, I believe. I think they're 17-7. So you've got teams, man, that people kind of counted out in the beginning, but are starting to get healthy, are starting to mesh, and they're making a push. And you've got teams that people wanted to give the title to already,
Yep.
and they're showing flaws. Like the Celtics. I know they've got a great record, 57-16,
Yeah.
which is crazy. However, though, I've watched a lot of their games, and they're one of those teams that doesn't put away teams right away. And
Okay.
that doesn't bode well in the playoffs because
Not like the Warriors during that stretch.
right, like that doesn't bode well for you in the playoffs when you're sitting there. You know, you have to go 7 games against the Hawks or the Pacers or something like that. You know, so another team, Bucks. Everybody wanted, Damian Lillard's there. Well, the Bucks suck. They're 14-13 since Doc Rivers got there.
I saw that.
So
They're still in second place, though.
Well, yeah, but they're 11 games behind
Yeah.
first. So it's not like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then you've got the Cavs, who have been without Donovan Mitchell for a good portion of the season. They're right behind them. They're only a game behind. You got the Knicks that are only 2 games behind
There
the
you
second
go.
seed. So you've got even the Magic 42-31. So the
A
East
calm 5th place for the Magic.
calm. So
Super calm.
you know what I mean? So you've got a lot of these teams. The Clippers were flirting with that number 1 seed. They've dropped all the way down to 4. The Mavericks are actually only 2 games behind them. So picture that. And the Mavericks were out of the play-in not 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of
But
teams.
Dallas has won 9 of their last 10, though.
Yeah, Dallas is hooping.
Super impressive. Yo,
Yeah, Dallas is
Kyrie
hooping.
Irving,
Yeah, man.
he should never eat before a game ever again.
Ramadan Kyrie's great.
Ramadan Kyrie has been
Crazy.
insane. He's dunked more in like his last like 20 games. I think he has his whole career or something like that.
Yeah, man. It's
So-
So, David,
It's not-
officially, how far are we from the playoffs? 2 weeks?
I believe there are 10 games left in the regular season, something like that.
All right, so I'm asking you
9
this.
to 10 games.
Now that we're kind of figuring out where everybody's place is going to be in the playoffs,
Right.
I'm going to ask about the West first.
Okay.
Out of these 3,
Sure.
which 2 are in, which one's out? The Lakers, Golden State, and Houston.
Man, listen.
And if you want, I'll throw in Sacramento.
That's tough. Sacramento actually just lost Kevin Huerter, which is big time for them. Scorer, good 3-point shooter, gives them that depth. Not saying that they're not going to make it into the
They're 4 games
playoffs,
up from
but-
Houston right now.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to go with I'm going to have to take Houston out, and I'm going to say that the Lakers and Golden State are going to win. Houston's still really young. Good team. And the Lakers are actually playing really well, so I don't feel like I'm going to put the Lakers on the top of that.
Yeah.
No.
The Lakers have been playing beautiful basketball.
More so than I'm putting like Golden State. Like I think Houston is closer to knocking Golden State out than Golden State is closer to knocking the Lakers out, if that makes sense.
Well, I also have to mention this.
does make sense.
Houston is on an 11-game win streak right now.
I know they are. Yeah. Again, young team and stuff like that. They're playing great, but that's why I would still have to put them out because again, it's Golden State. I'm not counting them out.
Gotcha.
It's just I just can't. But Houston's right there, so it very well could be Houston gets that last play-in spot. But I think the Lakers are pretty much shoo-in. Our last couple games, we're going against like the Wizards, the Nets, and stuff like that. So, we're gonna be able to bolster up our standings a little bit. So, maybe hopefully end around that 7 spot. But again, the play-in is 7, 8, 9, and 10 for anybody who doesn't know. So you need to be in that 6th spot to be out of the play-in. Everybody else, if you're 7 and 8. You get 2 games to decide. If you're 9 and 10, you got 1.
Right.
It's 1 and done. So
on the other side of the coast, I think
Right.
it's pretty. We're just gonna say Brooklyn's out.
yeah,
All right. So the next question: who's gonna be the number 1 seed in the Western Conference?
in the Western Conference,
Yep.
when it's all said and done,
Minnesota, OKC, or Denver?
man, Thunder right now actually playing really well without Shai Gilgeous in the lineup, which is good to see.
How long is he hurt for?
He should be back in soon enough. It was nothing major, but I can also see the Thunder not rushing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially because they're still winning games and they're the 2nd seed right now, so you want to go in healthy. Nuggets without Jamal Murray is tough
She's
them.
supposed to be back tomorrow, by the way.
Shea?
Yeah.
Oh, even better. The Nuggets, I'm going to have to shoot, man. Give me the Thunder. Give me the Thunder with Shea coming back to be able to sneak past and get that number 1 seed.
I'm gonna say Thunder, Denver, Minnesota, in that order.
I'm going to go Thunder, Minnesota, Denver. I'm going to say Denver stays in that 3rd spot because Jokic is dealing with like a wrist injury right now. Jamal Murray's hurt, and those 2 guys make that engine go. So,
man, it sucks that we saw Cat go down.
I know. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You
See
start
what Minnesota could have done.
You start seeing these teams. And health is everything, man. It's a long season, so. And the Lakers are starting to get healthy again. Vanderbilt should be back soon. Gabe Vincent finally going to play again. They're saying barring any setbacks on Sunday, which gives us another ball handler. We picked up Spencer Dinwiddie. So it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, man. It's exciting. Basketball is always fun, but around this time of the season, man, some good games. Some really good games, man. You've got Atlanta coming back, from down 30 to beat the Celtics. You know what I mean? Like, Atlanta's a team that nobody has doing anything at all, and they're out there playing hard every night just cause. You know what I mean? For a chance at the play-in, for a chance at whatever. So it's good basketball being played, man.
So I got a Western Conference question for you, right?
All right.
So, given that everybody's so excited about how crazy the Rockets have been playing lately, right? They have 8 games left. If I go down the list, could you tell me really quick if you think they beat them or not?
100%.
All right, ready? So, next game they play is at Minnesota.
Loss.
Okay. Golden State at home.
That's a big game.
Houston has Golden State.
Houston has Golden State April 4th.
At home.
At home, at Houston.
Oof. Give me Houston.
I like that one too. All right, so 1-1 right now. Petey, hold the record really quick. 1-1. You got April 5th at home. They play Miami.
Shoot, man. That's a tough one too. Miami's a vet team. Home?
In Houston.
That's a toss-up. Give me Houston.
Okay. 2-1. You got at Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, they're losing to Dallas. Orlando at home.
Orlando.
Okay.
Orlando's legit.
At the Jazz.
They could win that.
It's a close one.
It's got to be Houston.
They could win that game.
It's got to be Houston, you think?
They could win. They could win that game. Houston's home?
It's at Utah.
Give me Utah.
Okay. At Portland. They could beat Portland.
They beat Portland.
At the Clippers.
Clippers are winning that game.
All right, so what does that leave us at, PD?
3-5.
That's, to go 11-0 and then.
I'm gonna say they're gonna go 4-4.
Which one do you disagree with?
The Jazz. I think they'll beat the Jazz.
I don't know about that.
Why do you say that?
Jazz play hard. You know what I'm saying? Matchup problems.
Yeah, but they're not making the playoffs.
No Alperen Sengun. Yeah, but I'm telling you, this time of the year,
Houston's
bro.
playing for a playoff spot. I think they're gonna play a little harder.
I think they'll play hard, but I'm telling you right now, these teams, a lot of these teams, man, especially in like the West Coast, like they don't mind. For the Rockets, I'm gonna put it like this: Rockets better come to play that game, because if they think that they're just gonna walk in there and just take a win from the Jazz because the Jazz aren't in playoff contention or whatever the case may be, that's not gonna happen.
No, they
because
still gotta play hard.
At this time of the year, these other teams, these teams that aren't so much, they like spoiling. Don't get it twisted. They like spoiling it for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like
just cause
the Hawks playing that hard to beat the Celtics didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
the Celtics still clinched their spot and everything like that.
But it was to prove a point though.
You know what I mean? Like these
I can hang with the rest of them.
These are still competitors. You know,
right?
They're still athletes. So
before we wrap it up,
right,
I want to do the same thing on the Warriors side.
Okay.
So we're saying you say they're going to go 3-5, maybe 4-4. They're going to be around there.
Okay.
That means Golden State has to win 4, 5, 6 games, and they're in.
They do.
Next opponent's the Spurs.
That's a win.
Okay. Then they're playing the Mavericks. Warriors at home.
They lose.
Hold on. I don't know about they lose. Warriors are at home.
Yep.
Give me the Warriors.
All right, 2-0. We got them playing the Rockets. Rockets at home.
You already said
Rockets, yeah.
Okay. Warriors playing the Mavericks in Dallas.
Warriors, give me the Mavs in there.
Okay. The Jazz are coming to Golden State.
Golden State,
Warriors at Lakers.
Lakers,
Warriors at Portland.
Warriors.
Pelicans at Warriors.
Oh, that's tough. Pelicans. Pelicans.
that.
Yeah.
Pelicans, I agree.
And then-
If Brandon Ingram comes back healthy.
And then they end the season with Utah coming back to Golden State again.
Golden State.
So that's
So why-
5 and 4.
So why is it so easy for you to choose Golden State over the Jazz, but not the Rockets over the Jazz?
Because you got to understand that
Veterans.
Yeah, man, it means a lot. You've got guys. I've seen the Warriors be in the play-in and make it to the finals.
So what if I told you that the Rockets have played the Jazz 3 times so far, and the Rockets have beat them 3-0 3 times already?
That's great. That's awesome.
On January 20th, beat them by 1. On March 23rd, they beat them by like 30. And then on March 29th, they beat them by 1 again. So it's been close except for the blowout in between. Realistically.
It's a good stat you brought up right there.
I mean, I like that. You know, it's because it was a toss-up for a reason.
Can
but
we bring up the Warriors-Lakers regular season history? Just I'm curious.
This season.
This season.
I could try, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how hard that was for you to find.
No, it's not that hard. You guys just do. I'm gonna do what David usually does. I'm gonna look something up, and you guys just talk about something really quick.
Um,
What's the weather like over there?
Man, we're really on the spot here.
Wait.
When?
A team that we didn't talk about, man. The Suns. The Suns are fighting for that for a position in there too. But the Suns don't scare me at all, man.
Nah,
Like,
how about
they
the
don't-
playoffs?
What about the playoffs?
Like you're playing them in the playoffs. You're going
I-
up
they don't-
against those players.
They don't scare me, bro. Like,
No.
they're I don't know. They're not very deep as a team. Number one, you know, they spent all their money on Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, and Devin Booker. So it's like you got guys like Alex Len, and you know Royce O'Neal's a decent player, but these guys, Eric Gordon, these guys aren't going to carry you anywhere.
I got a question for you then.
What?
As a Lakers fan,
Yeah.
you're a Laker.
Yes.
Let's say you're a player on that team.
Okay.
Who would you be more scared to play first round of the playoffs?
Okay.
The Suns or the
Mhm.
Warriors? You like that one?
I do like that one. As a Laker, who am I more scared to play?
Who would you rather not
I'm not.
play?
Say it again.
That's tough because I'm not really scared of anything.
Hell yeah.
You're either up
like,
going against
There's no
Kevin
fucking
Durant
answer.
or Curry.
But I'm gonna say the Warriors would. Even though the Lakers have had their problems against Phoenix, but I think in a 7-game.
What if it's like a? I guess not even. What if it's a 2-game?
Actually, if it's a 7-game, I think I might be a little bit more worried about Phoenix. Phoenix, for some reason, has their number. They match up well with us.
What if it's a 1-game play-in?
1 game,
Yep.
more scared.
That's more realistic at this point.
Yeah, one game like more scared.
Yeah.
Phoenix still.
Yeah. Okay.
I think we know how to defend. See, the problem is that when you're in the playoffs and things like that, just like almost in any sport, the game slows down, and the Warriors don't have a lot of size, and they're depending a lot on, you know, like older guys and like guys that are like really new to the league, like Moses Moody and Brandon Pajemski, however you say his name, is Pajimski, I think it is actually.
Third butcher name of the show.
Third. But yeah, so I would probably say the Suns just because they're so top heavy and those 3 guys can still really play.
So, I have the statistic.
Yes.
In the 3 games that the Lakers and Warriors have played each other, the Lakers trailed the series 2-1. So first time the Lakers won 145-144.
That was a good game. I watched that one.
That was a good game. Double overtime.
Yep.
And then the second game they won 128-110. The Warriors won. The third game the Warriors won 128-121. So it's definitely close. you already know LeBron and Stephen Curry have like
I've
that.
seen a lot of each other.
That fire, yeah, it's already there. So, and the next time they play each other is April 9th. So maybe the Lakers tie up the series to end the regular season.
So let's say the Lakers lose in an ugly fashion. Just like let's say the Warriors win convincingly.
Watch your words, right?
I'm trying.
here.
I'm trying.
Well, it's
I'm
all
trying.
ugly
I'm trying.
fashion. The Lakers don't ever lose in an ugly fashion.
It's not true. Let's say the Warriors.
Even when they lose, it's beautiful.
Let's say the Warriors convincingly beat the Lakers.
Okay.
Would you change your mind and you'd rather play the Suns at that point, or because that would make you guys 1-3 on the season against the Warriors?
No,
No, you'd still rather play the Warriors again.
I would.
Okay.
He's a heart guy. Forget the statistics. This is the Lake Show we're talking about here.
Well, that's all, folks.
Oh yeah. Well, look, we're having so much fun we didn't even realize the show's over. So, on that note, I mean, look, we're gonna get way more into baseball and basketball. Things get a little more exciting on that end. The draft's coming up pretty soon. We're gonna have more things coming up for you in the weeks coming forward. And as always, I'll see ya.
I'll see you.